welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ScrapMan, bringing you another episode of Satisfactory. Finally, I haven't been able to play since the test weekend, but early access is now out, and the game is officially launched. So if you're interested in getting it yourself, definitely check out the links down in the description below, and you can use my creator code ScrapManYT if you'd like to support me in getting the game as well. All right, so where do we leave off? It's been a little while, and also there's new things probably available, so let's go ahead and check out our hub here. It looks like we got these things. Tier 2 we haven't gotten to yet. So I've been looking at a lot of your comments since the last episode, and I think there's a lot I want to do, and there's a lot I want to change. And I think before we do that, we need to focus on just unlocking stuff first. So let's focus on getting all of the parts and basic things that we need. Like the walls, overclocking stuff. We need to unlock these things. We need to unlock biofuel. We need to go into tier 2, unlock these things, the chainsaw. Like, there's a lot of things that we need to unlock, so I think we're going to focus on that. And then after we unlock enough things that we can really start building, I think I want to just explore, and I want to find a new base of operations. Because this place is cool and everything, but I feel like there's more to this world, and we might be able to find much more interesting areas than what we have here. And to be honest, after reading your comments, I realized our production, our methods here are really inefficient. One thing I did not look at all was the production rate differences between the different mechanisms. So for instance, this produces 60 ore per minute. Now going into the smelter, this is stuff I wasn't paying attention to before. Going into the smelter, this produces 30 per minute. So this is receiving 60 per minute, but only producing 30 per minute. So if we want to make this more efficient, we actually have to split this into two different smelters, because right now there is a backlog of ore that just isn't getting smelted in time. So let's go check in on our storage here. Let's see what kind of materials we got going on. And actually, you know what? Let's see what we can unlock. Let's just first focus on unlocking things and see what we need. So, what do we want to focus on first? I've heard a lot of good things about overclocking buildings. This upgrade unlocks new functionality that lets you to overclock your factory buildings, and the power shard can give us better power for overclocking, I think. But then biofuel is also supposedly extremely useful for power. All right, I have as much as I can carry right now. Let's go with inventory first. Where's our inventory? There we go, +5 inventory. Let's go and select this milestone, and we get the chainsaw, which is just awesome. There we go. And oh yeah, we actually have to wait a few minutes before we can unlock anything else. But the good news is we have a lot more inventory. We can make a chainsaw. Where do we make this chainsaw? Here we go. What do we need for a chainsaw? We need a lot more reinforced iron plates, which we don't have the ability to construct automatically yet. So let's go ahead and see how many we construct here. 11. All right, here we go. First chainsaw in production. Apparently this is really good for getting wood, which is a better source of biofuel. All right, so let's go ahead and check out this chainsaw. I wonder if it's also better as a melee weapon. Let's go and look at the description. Used to clear area of floor that is too difficult to remove by hand. Okay, seems like it is not. It doesn't say anything about melee. Oh, the chainsaw needs biofuel to function. Okay. So it looks like biofuel is next on the list of upgrades here. So let's go ahead. Oh, launch pod returns in 3.5 minutes, but let's see if we have what we need. We need some more wire, which I think we have extra of over here. All right, so you know what? In these 3 minutes, why don't we actually try to increase our efficiency by adding more smelters so we can better get more bang for our buck from our ore. So wire is a big thing right now that we need a lot of. So our copper is going into here. So let's add another. Where's our limestone's going over there? Ooh, it's gonna be tough to fit another smelter there. But let's go ahead and put another smelter next to this copper smelter. There we go. And then I'm gonna go ahead and build another smelter next to this iron smelter. So now we have to split these into these two areas, and we're kind of limited on room here. So we're gonna have to. Hopefully we'll be able to do this. Hold on. All right, I'm sorry, Belt, but we have to do this. All right, this is going to be really awkward, but I hope this is going to work. Let's go ahead and build a splitter. Yeah, this is definitely why I need to move location. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to put that there, and then hopefully we'll be able to, oh, nope. I know this is super messy right now, but keep in mind, all of this is a temporary area. Once we get better upgrades, wait, why is that not working? There we go. We have to go from that way to that way. Okay. But keep in mind that all of this is just going to be temporary, and we are going to completely change spots soon enough. So I don't want to do too much fancy stuff here because we're just going to be getting rid of it in hopes to get a new spot. All right, so now we need to do a splitter here, which I think this is going to be a much easier place. We have a lot more space here. All right, we go from there, and then this should be able to lead, hopefully, right over there. All right, that works. So now we have hopefully some more efficient smelters. So now let's actually program these smelters to do what we need them to do. All right, producing copper. And now we need to actually, now we need to figure out how to merge these back. This is going to be producing iron. These are going into the constructors. The constructors, oh man, that means that we need 4 constructors. Oh boy. Things got a lot more complicated. We might, and we do not have the space for this here. So we might have to pack up and find a new spot sooner than later. The good news is we'll at least get all of our materials. Wait, we're not going to be able to carry it, though. How is that going to work? How are we going to transport all these materials? We don't have a mobile storage transport, do we? We might just have to do a lot of running back and forth. All right, you know what? Let's just go for the upgrades for now. We can do our biofuel, so let's go ahead and select this milestone. There we go. Launch pod. Oh, and one thing I just remembered is our game crashed last time because of our analyzer was analyzing the hard drive and it didn't work. So I'm going to save my game right now, and we're going to see if that's fixed. All right, here we go. So I wanted the oh, this is different. We have different things now. Iron wire. We don't have iron wire right now. Alternate blueprint screw takes 2 iron. What does the screw take right now? Okay, interesting. So screw takes 1 iron rod now, and an iron rod takes 1 iron ingot. So an alternate blueprint could be the screw takes 2 iron ingots, which would be less efficient on materials, but more efficient on the assembly line or the construction line, because you would have to go through 1 less step. So I don't know how I feel about that. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go for the iron wire, because I don't even have an iron wire blueprint right now. So let's select iron wire and see if this crashes our game. Look at that. Game didn't crash. All right, so now we can research any of these other things too. Let's go for... We already did alien carapace. Wait, we can do another alien carapace? Does that give us some more... I guess let's do another alien carapace, because I want armor. I guess the more we research alien carapace, the more we learn about it. Analyze me some more alien carapace. Oh, we need 10. Oh, okay. Oh, all right, I understand now. I don't want the alien carapace anymore. How about a pale berry? We have plenty of pale berry. There you go. Begin analysis on the pale berry. Maybe that'll make the pale berry be more efficient when we eat it. Okay, well, that's good. We got something researching, and that's always good. Ooh, what does this say now? This is still a work in progress. Okay, these things are still works in progress. Okay, well, we'll save those then. We don't want to do anything with those yet. Oh, no, I just realized our beacon is gone. We set down a beacon in the last episode, and it is no longer there, but I think I remember where it was anyway. We had the Death Valley thing. But I think our pod is back, so let's see what else do we want. I feel like this stuff is going to be much later when we actually move location. So, ooh, alternate iron wire. We don't have anything that needs iron wire yet, so I'm just going to keep it there. And it looks like we could do the overclocking. I feel like the assembler is going to be a later thing. The jump pads and stuff are going to be a later thing when we have a bigger place. And the walkways are going to be a later thing. So I think the most useful right now is overclock production. So we just need a few more iron plates. All right, there we go. We have overclock production unlocked. I don't know exactly how that works. Oh, here we go. So now we can make biofuel, and we can make... Wait, what does biofuel take? It takes biomass, and we can make power shard. And a power shard takes a green power slug. But there is something about overclocking too. So let me try to see, what does overclock mean? Overclocking requires 1 power shard. Okay, I'm understanding now. So we have a bunch of biomass in here. I'm going to go ahead and convert all of this to biofuel. All right, so now we have hundreds of biofuel, which is the most efficient energy resource. Now let's actually check. How are we doing? We're actually doing not too well on biomass, so we'll just replace all of that with all of this stuff, all this biofuel, and we should be much more efficient. Wow, we were almost out. We actually need more of this biofuel. Yeah, I'm out of biofuel,
The
actually.
MAM has completed its
Uh-oh.
analysis.
Ooh, it gives us notifications now when the analysis is complete. That's good. Yeah, we need some more biomass and biofuel. I just got rid of all my biofuel, which means I don't have fuel for my chainsaw. Hold on. Sorry, I need, like, just a little bit back, please. I kept 50 biofuel for myself for our chainsaw, so hopefully we'll be able to use that. But let's go ahead and check out what the analysis is telling us about the berry.
Paleodictyoptera berries, or pale berries, can be added to the object scanner
Oh,
catalog
okay, cool.
after unlocking the new blueprint in Hub Tier 1.
Hub Tier 1, a new blueprint. Okay. All right, so let's research flower petals next. We have a ton of flower petals. All right, flower petals. There we go. Begin analysis, 4.5 minutes. So now, where's our object scanner? Our object scanner, if we go into object scanner berry. Oh, there we go. We can go ahead and select the milestone, put that into there, and we can do that right now. Now we can search for berries, which is great if we need health. All right, so we can only get the tier 2 until we do the space elevator, and the space elevator requires tons of resources. So what I'm thinking is that we want to move location before we do the space elevator, because the space elevator is going to be huge anyway, and we want a lot more space for the space elevator. Why do you think they call it the space elevator? Because of how much space it needs, obviously. Uh-oh, we're out of power. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. We're out of power. You know what? We need to... I think it's time that we need to actually... Yep, we need power into these things. We need to get some more fuel. So now it is time to test out the chainsaw for the first time. How is this thing gonna work? You know what we can use this on? There's some stuff that was in the way over here that I've been wanting to get rid of. Yes, here we go. Can I use the chainsaw on this? Please, please tell me I can. Yes, good. 7 wood, 16 leaves, 1 flower petals. That seems to be a pretty good return. All right, well, we got a lot of trees over here. So let's go ahead and start mowing down some trees and start getting ourselves some more biofuel. All right, I have harvested what I could from my immediate area, so I'm going to convert all of this stuff into... Oh, we have to convert it into biomass and then biofuel. I would do it in a constructor, but we don't have the constructor for it or the power for it, but this goes pretty quick anyway, so I think we'll be okay. Okay, another thing I've also learned that I wasn't actually aware of was that the conveyor belts themselves only transport 60 resources per minute. So the way I've built all of this is just really not ideal. I thought that if I merged everything on a conveyor, they would just all just flow onto the conveyor belt, but they only do 60 per minute, so I'm actually slowing myself down a lot. So I'm not sure the ideal way to organize conveyors into like storage units and then have everything kind of go into one area. But this is all stuff that can definitely be better organized when we somehow find a better place. And the transportation to a new place is really what I'm concerned about. How are we going to transport everything? Now, I'm assuming if I break everything down, I'm going to get all the resources back. But I might just need to have a bunch of storage containers, deposit everything into the storage containers, and then I just probably have to walk back and forth since I don't have any vehicles or anything yet, since I didn't build the space elevator, which unlocks those later tiers. And it's hard to build the space elevator when you have a tiny little inefficient factory like this. So I'll tell you what, in preparation for moving, I'm actually going to build myself a bunch of storage containers here. And when we break down our hub and everything, this is where we're going to put all of our materials. Oh, our flower petals is complete. I actually missed the notification on that. So let's see, what does it say about flower petals for us?
R&D wishes me to tell you these colored petals are useful for 2 things, dating and creating color cartridges. Mandatory reminder that you are under 24/7 surveillance. The derived blueprint is now accessible in Hub Tier 2.
Ooh, a blueprint in Hub Tier 2. All right, Tier 2. Color gun. Ooh. Paints factory buildings and vehicles. Awesome. We can have some ScrapMan colors going on at some point. All right, is there anything else that we can research right now? We don't have any more hard drives, and we do not have any of these things lying around, unfortunately. Or enough of these things, rather. So I think all that's left to do is I actually want to unlock part assembly just to see... I want to see what an assembler actually is able to assemble, because I haven't actually seen one of these before. I know that it can feed parts and then it produces parts based off of what you input, but I don't know what those recipes are. So I want to get a look at those recipes, and that might impact what we're going to be building and whatever our new area is going to be. All right, we have enough resources now. It was kind of slow going, and we all know why, because this terrible place is terrible and inefficient. It feels terrible knowing that, you know. I was happy in my blissful ignorance, just not knowing how inefficient my place was, but thanks to all your comments, now I feel absolutely terrible about it. So that's why we're gonna move. We're gonna pack up and move. But first, what is an assembler? All right, so I have enough to build an assembler now. I just want to put it down and open up the menu just to see what exactly it gives me for options. All right, here we go. So recipes. Oh, this is how we make reinforced iron plates. Excellent. So it looks like we can use these to make 3 things right now. Reinforced iron plates, rotors, and modular frames. And we need rotors or modular frames. All we need that for right now is to create these assemblers. So yeah, in order to make a reinforced iron plate, I need to give it iron plates and 24 screws. 120 per minute? How is that even possible since the conveyor belts can only transfer 60 per minute? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all to me. Is it possible for this to actually be 100% efficient? This has 2 inputs, so only 1 conveyor belt can go into each input. One of them has to transfer iron plates, and one of them has to transfer screws. Unless, since this only takes 20 iron plates, you could have some screws on the same line as those. So you could get 100 screws going in here with those 20 iron plates. I'm not too sure. Whoa, what's happening? We're getting some lighting stuff going on. Oh, the moon's coming out. All right, so I think we have pretty much unlocked everything that we want to unlock before going to start a new place. We have all of our basic foundations and building materials. We have all of the production things unlocked, the machines and stuff, and I think all that's left to do is to find this new area and to go explore. So I think I'm going to save that for the next episode. So let me know if you have any advice for building this new place down below. We're going to start off the next episode with our exploration. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. And if you missed the previous episodes, go ahead and check them out on the end screen here. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.